Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, dear viewers. Welcome everyone. Today's live program, we are going to have Shravan and Kirtan from chapter 42 of Krishna book. Yesterday we did chapter 41, and in that we learned the beautiful pastime of Krishna and Balram entering Mathura. And that pastime is continuing. Now, in this particular chapter, we are going to learn more about the breaking of the bow in sacrificial arena. So Krishna is here to address Kansa, the envy and the anger Kans had in his heart, the fear of his death. So that is going to receive the final stages in this chapter and the next chapter. So please join us. We have Riya Das, we have Ankit Sharma. Hare Krishna, dear viewers. So let me share with you the link for this beautiful chapter from Krishna book, so that all of you can join us and participate in this beautiful Shravan and Kirtan in this beautiful month of Kartik. Incidentally, today is Bahula Ashtami. Also, that has been described as appearance of Sri Radha Kund. So today is a very auspicious day. Sri Radha Kund ki jai, Sri Bahula Ashtami ki jai, and Baisakhi Mataji, Hare Krishna. Baisakhi Mataji, can you keep sharing the link for this chapter? And also share the link of the live in the WhatsApp group. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So dear devotees, let us offer the prayers. Let us do Shravan of the beautiful holy names, the Kirtan, which is playing in the background for the transcendental pleasure of the Supreme Lord and the devotees. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Dinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshitarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Bol, dear viewers. Time to time I will be asking short questions, quick questions, like rapid fire questions, and you can answer in the comments. I will try to keep an eye. We really appreciate your participation and interest in this beautiful transcendental loving service in the holy month of Kartik. So let's all join together and chant, sing this beautiful Kirtan. Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, we have Narayan Tiwari ji and we have Mrinal Jyoti Das. In addition to, I already acknowledge Baisakhi Mataji and Ankit Sharma. Welcome everyone. Please share this live with the friends and the family, because this is the beautiful, wonderful, interesting pastime. Now Krishna is here in Mathura, how he is having these beautiful, loving exchanges with everyone in Mathura. with great affection. Now, the Mathura residents, they had great affection for Krishna and Balram too. And so, we talked about the washerman, the tailor, and florist, how they received mercy of the Supreme Lord. And even though the washerman said sinful words, Krishna effortlessly beheaded him merely with his fingertips. Because Lord doesn't have to punish the wicked, right? He doesn't have to exert himself. But do you remember how Lord Narsingadev, he killed Hiranyakashipu merely with his nails. And Lord Varha, he killed who? Hiranyaksh with just a slap. So we talked about all that Lord can do anything and everything with each of his body parts or senses. But the main thing we talked about yesterday was that there was eagerness in the residents of Mathura. And their eagerness was fulfilled as they got to see Krishna and Balram's charming form. And what were they experiencing? They were overwhelmed with happiness, and their lotus-like faces were blooming with affection, and they showered Krishna and Balram with flowers of their loving glances and smiles. Munna Sharma ji, welcome. So let's read further from chapter 42 from Krishna book. If you have any questions, you can ask them, you can mention in the comments. Prabhuji, did you want to mention?
Hare Krishna. Let's do the invocation prayers.
Yes.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiriyet. Shavatam Swakatha Krishna Punya Shamana Kirtanaha Hridayantasto He Bhadrani Vidunoti Suhatsatam Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Ruttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhakti Naishtiki. Hare Krishna, chapter 42 of Krishna book, the breaking of the bow in the sacrificial arena. So after leaving the forest place, Krishna and Balram saw a hunchbacked young woman carrying a dish of sandalwood pulp through the streets. Since Krishna is the reservoir of all pleasure, he wanted to make all his companions joyous by cutting a joke with the hunchbacked woman. Krishna addressed her, "O tall young woman, who are you? Tell me, for whom are you carrying this sandalwood pulp in your hand? I think you should offer this sandalwood pulp to me, and if you do so, I am sure you will be fortunate." Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he knew everything about the hunchback. By his inquiry, he indicated that there was no use in serving a demon. She would do much better to serve Krishna and Balram and get an immediate result of the service. Hare Krishna, Devi.
So this hunchback woman, जैसा कि हम अभी आगे डिस्कवर करेंगे, उसका नाम कुब्जा है और उसको त्रिवक्र भी कहा गया है. And Krishna wanted to bless her, this hunchback woman. And so this pastime took place, and her heart's longing is reciprocated. Krishna, how he transforms Kubja and grants her pure love for him. So, आगे read करते हैं. The woman replied to Krishna, "My dear Shyam Sundar, dear beautiful dark boy, you may know that I am engaged as a maid servant of Kans. I am supplying him pulp of sandalwood daily." So actually this woman, she was serving Kans, but she stopped. She carefully listened to Krishna and she is responding to him. And she shared that Kans is very much pleased with her for supplying nice thing. But now she says, "I see that there is no one who can better be served by this pulp of sandalwood than you two brothers." So इस तरह से कुब्जा जब कैप्टिवेट हो जाती है बाय ब्यूटीफुल, अद्भुत सौंदर्य है कृष्ण और बलराम का, उनका जो टॉकिंग स्टाइल है, उनकी जो स्माइलिंग ग्लांसेस हैं, उनकी जो सारी एक्टिविटीज हैं, तो वो जो हंचबैक वुमेन है, शी बिगैन टू स्मीयर, वो सारा जो चंदन का लेप है उनकी बॉडीज पे लगाती है विद ग्रेट सेटिस्फैक्शन and devotee. So this is the mood. When we offer services, we should do it with devotion, and then there will be satisfaction in our heart because we are serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead. तो क्या हुआ, ये जो these two transcendental brothers, Krishna and Balram, Srila Prabhupada says they are naturally beautiful and had beautiful complexions, and उनके जो वस्त्र हैं, they are beautiful colorful garments, और upper portion of bodies जो हैं वो already attractive हैं, और जो hunchback woman है उसने smear किया उनकी बॉडी को चंदन के लेप से, उसके कारण उनका अद्भुत सौंदर्य और भी बढ़ गया. तो जब कृष्ण उसकी कुब्जा द hunchback woman की सेवा से बहुत प्रसन्न होते हैं, and then he begins to consider how to reward her. So especially in this month of Kartik, we should internalize, we should reflect how we can serve the Supreme Lord for His pleasure. We should not be doing trade transaction that I do this for you, Krishna, so I should get this reward. No, that is not the right mood. That is not the way to come to the platform of pure devotional service. So now, in order to draw the attention of the Lord, Krishna conscious devotee has to serve him with great love and devotion. Krishna cannot be pleased by any action other than transcendental loving service to him. और इस तरह से विचार करते हुए कृष्ण ने क्या किया? He pressed the feet of hunchback woman with his toes, capturing her cheeks with her fingers. He gave her a jerk in order to make her straight. And at once उसका रिजल्ट क्या हुआ? जो हंच निकली हुई ये जो औरत थी, she became बहुत ही खूबसूरत हो गई. Beautiful straight girl with broad hips, thin waist and a very nice well-shaped breast. So now, when Krishna is pleased, he can reward the devotees with both material and spiritual benedictions. That is his causeless mercy. और यहाँ पर कृष्ण प्लीज हुए हैं hunchback woman कुब्जा की सर्विस से, and since she was touched by Krishna's hand, what happened? She became very beautiful. बहुत ही खूबसूरत हो गई. और इस इंसिडेंट से हम सभी के लिए लेसन ये है कि by serving Krishna, devotee immediately becomes elevated to the most exalted position in all respects. Like earlier I was saying, Krishna can causelessly be merciful and award both spiritual and material benedictions. So now devotional service in all respects is so potent. This incident shows that by serving Krishna, devotee immediately becomes elevated to the most exalted position in all respects. और devotional service की potency क्या है? Devotional service is so potent that anyone who takes to it becomes qualified with all godly qualities. And that is why, when we many of us have read in Bhagavad Gita, 16th chapter, divine and demonic nature, right? So do these divine qualities automatically develop in the conditioned souls? What do you think, dear devotees, dear viewers? आप में से जितने लोग हमें attentively श्रवण कर रहे हैं, please mention in the comments. जो divine godly qualities होती हैं, how they develop in the devotees? What do you think? Please mention in comments. So Krishna was attracted to the hunchback woman not for her beauty but for her service. Why? Because devotional service attracts Krishna. Devotional service, Radharani is personified. Devotional service. So Krishna is all attractive, but Radharani even attracts Krishna. Madan Mohan Mohini. So as soon as she rendered service, she became the most beautiful. So what is the beautiful message for us? A Krishna conscious person does not have to be qualified or beautiful. After becoming Krishna conscious and rendering service to Krishna, he becomes much qualified and beautiful. Hare Krishna, let's all chant together. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, this Kubja, who has been transformed into a very beautiful girl, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he reveals that this Kubja represents the earth, which has been bent down because of the great burden of countless wicked rulers. So again, there were Kshatriyas, so-called Kshatriyas at that time. And they were not actually Kshatriyas, they were actually demons when Lord Krishna appeared. And he appeared on the request of course, Mother Earth. In the very first chapter of Krishna book, we read that. So here, Krishna straightening Kubja's back represents his rectifying the burdened condition of earth and by punishing the demoniac people. So this is also revealed in the purport of Srimad Bhagavatam 10:42 in the very first verse. Now, very interesting aspect that comes about this Kubja. What was her history? Who was she in her previous life? Is that revealed anywhere? Yes, it is revealed in Garga Samhita. And also in the Puranas, this reference comes. What was it? We all know about, Ramayana, Ram Katha. And there is a personality who appears who was the sister of Raman. If you know the name of this lady who was the sister of Raman, please write it in the comment section. So this sister of Raman, she looked at Lord Ramchandra when he was at Chitrakoot and she immediately got attracted towards him. And so she proposed to Lord Ram to accept her to be his consort. And Lord Ramchandra said, I have taken the vow of just one wife and I'm already married. There is Sita. She's sitting right there. But my brother Lakshman, he is alone right now and he is alone in the jungle. He is not revealing that he is also married. Surpanakha, yes, thank you. That's the name of Raman's sister. So Surpanakha, she now approaches Lakshman. And Lakshman says, why would you want to settle with number 2? Lord Ram is number 1. Taking that advice, she again approaches Lord Ram and he says, no, I already have my wife. See, and he points towards Sita. So she immediately goes to attack Sita to devour her in a demoniac form. So she had actually taken, the demons are Mayavis. They can manipulate this material energy. So she had taken a beautiful form, but now she comes in a demoness form and about to devour Sita Devi. At that time, Lakshman immediately cuts off her nose and her ears and she goes running back to Raman. And Ravan, he was enjoying a great dance for the different dancers. He was always engaged in sense gratification. And he sees his sister in this condition. He says, who has done this to you? She says, this is, Ram. I wanted to propose to him and Lakshman, he disfigured me like this. And now when she is describing, she is actually describing the beauty of Lord Ramchandra. However, when she had mentioned Sita's name, Ravan is thinking. So sometimes someone gives us a message and we may receive the message differently. So Ravan is hearing this description of the beauty, but he is thinking she is describing the beauty of Sita Devi. And so he makes a plan to abduct Sita Devi. But what has happened is after this, Shurpanakha was, after giving this bait to Ravan that, okay, you should avenge this insult that I have to incur. She goes to Pushkar Tirth and then underwater for 10,000 years she performs great austerity, tapa. And who is she meditating on? Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva appears and he said, I am very happy with you. Ask for a boon. And she says, I would like Lord Ramchandra to be my husband. He says, well, he has taken in this Treta Yuga where Lord Ramchandra appeared, he has taken the vow to be a one-woman man. And he is already married. So it's not possible in this, but in the next life you would be able to associate with him. And by the mercy of Mahadev, she is able to appear in this, but then her crooked form appears as Trivakra. So Trivakra means one who is bent in an ugly manner in three places. Vakra refers to ugly way. Now sometimes people say, wait a minute, Lord Krishna also, when he's playing the flute, he's also bent in three places. That is Tribhanga, that is different. So in Brahma Samhita, this beautiful narration comes of the Tribhanga form. Alola Chandra Kalasat Vanmalya Vamshi Ratnan Gadam Prayakeli Kala Vilasam Shamam Tribhanga Lalitam Niyata Prakasham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Alola refers to singing. Chandrika, the moon-like locket. Lasat, the beautiful Vanmalya, the garland of flowers. And Vamshi, Lord Krishna is playing. This Vamshi is one of the three flutes, and he would call to the gopis with this. Ratna Angadam. So this flute is adorned with jeweled ornaments. And of love Keli Kala Vilasam. So again, he always revels in the pastimes of love. And Tribhanga Lalitam. Lalitam refers to graceful. So he is, bending, the graceful threefold bending form of Sham Sundar. Yes. So he is bending in three places and he looks very beautiful. He is attracting all the gopis. Govinda Badi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord. So this is Lord Brahma revealing Lord Krishna as bent in three places. Hare Krishna, Devi.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, this was so awesome. आपने जो explain किया difference between Tribhanga and Trivakra.
Yes.
So, कृष्ण ने कुब्जा को उसके heart की जो longing desire थी उसको reciprocate किया and he granted her pure Shuddha Prem for him. And then Krishna promised her a visit, right? We are going to read about it. क्योंकि ये जो नरेशन है ना इस चैप्टर का ये इतना नेक्टेरियन है, इसमें फाइनल डिटेल्स भी हैं, सो वी डोंट वांट टू मिस एनीथिंग. सो व्हेन द वुमन वाज टर्न्ड बाय कृष्णास फेवर इनटू एन एक्सक्विजिटली ब्यूटीफुल गर्ल. हम सब तो खूबसूरती से बहुत अट्रैक्शन फील करते हैं, इसलिए डिवोटीज को रिकमेंड किया जाता है बिगिनिंग ऑफ डिवोशनल लाइफ में दैट व्हेन वी बिहोल्ड द ब्यूटीफुल अट्रैक्टिव फॉर्म ऑफ कृष्णा, मंदिर में जब दर्शन करते हैं, we feel so amazed, we feel that happiness in our heart. And similarly, when we set up an altar in our home, most devotees अपने घरों में जो पूजा घर सेटअप करते हैं, चाहे उसमें राधा कृष्ण की वर्शिप करें या लड्डू गोपाल की करें या फिर श्री श्री गौरानिताय की करें या लॉर्ड नरसिंहदेव की करें, लेकिन जब वो दर्शन करते हैं और बहुत ही भक्ति और श्रद्धा और वात्सल्य या प्रेम के साथ जब ऑफरिंग्स करते हैं, they feel that pleasure and satisfaction in their heart. So now ये जो कुब्जा है, when she was turned by Krishna's favor into an exquisitely beautiful young girl, वो obliged feel करती है कि what should she do for Krishna, और at the same time वो attraction भी feel कर रही है by Krishna's beauty. So बिना किसी hesitation के वो उनका cloth touch करती है and pulls it. So Srila Prabhupada describe करते हैं कि she smiled flirtatiously and admitted she was attracted, she was agitated by lusty desires. And उसे ये ही ध्यान ना रहा कि वो street में है and before the elder brother of Krishna and his friends. Hari Bol, dear devotees.
So here we are seeing that while Lord Krishna, he was jokingly started this conversation with Kubja and she reciprocated with such a sweetness. And Lord Krishna, he wanted to reward her and he transformed her into an exquisite, beautiful girl. And at that time, she got this lusty desire and she is pulling onto the lower clothes of Krishna towards her without paying attention who's all around her. So she frankly spoke to Krishna. So this is where sometimes when we are so much absorbed, we forget about what's going on around us. In this regard, Lord Dattatreya, who is also referred to as Avadhuta Brahman, he reveals a very nice story that there was this arrow man. He was so much focused in making his arrow that when his neighbors came and said, "Did you see the position of the king?" He's like, "No, I was so busy in my arrow, in making this arrow straight and perfect." So this is her absorption. She is ekagrachit. She is focused on only one thing. Who? Lord Krishna. So in this way, she is continuing to propose to Krishna without regard to where she is, what is she doing, who is all around her, not even paying attention. Dauji, Krishna's elder brother is right there. Hare Krishna, Devi.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I want to acknowledge, actually we are welcoming you all in this Kirtan and Krishna Katha program in this beautiful month of Kartik. This is our opportunity to do Shravan and Kirtan from this transcendental, beautiful pastimes in the Krishna book. So let us welcome Lucky Das, Ankur Talukdar, Souvik Chakravarti, Stacy. We have Riya Das, Mrinal Jyoti Das. I'm going to read out the names I can see on the likes because that's where I can read your names. And this is for the people जिनके हमने अभी तक names acknowledge नहीं किए हैं. मैं उनके names read कर रही हूँ. Sai Kumar, Varun Prabhu, P.N. Sinha, we have Dharamdas ji, we have Krishan Kutti Kuttan KP, we have Ramesh, we have Pintu, we have Hid, we have Goranga, Murlidharan, Rahul Pandey, Shanta Kumari, Haribol, Rudra Pratap, Sudhir Singh, Narayan Tiwari. Welcome dear viewers in this Kirtan and Krishna Katha. सभी को कार्तिक की बहुत बहुत ब्लेसिंग्स हैं हमारी ओर से. और आइए आगे अब श्रवण और कीर्तन करते हैं कृष्णा बुक से. बैसाखी माताजी उसकी लिंक शेयर कर रही हैं एवरी 5 मिनट्स. आपको हम बता दें इसमें इस वक्त कुब्जा की जो कृष्ण के साथ जो मीटिंग हुई उसका नरेशन हम कवर कर रहे हैं. और यहाँ पर प्रभु जी कौन से पैराग्राफ पे हैं? हाँ, सो कुब्जा ने अब फ्रैंकली प्रपोज किया कृष्ण को. माई डियर हीरो, डियर डिवोटीज, हम टाइम टू टाइम छोटे छोटे से प्रश्न करते चलेंगे. अगर आपको लगता है उसके आंसर्स आपको पता है प्लीज मेंशन. और अगर आपको आंसर्स पता नहीं है तो जो हमारे रेगुलर व्यूअर्स हैं, इंटेलिजेंट व्यूअर्स ओवर टाइम जिन्होंने अब स्पिरिचुअल इंटेलिजेंस डेवलप करनी शुरू कर दी है, वो जो रेस्पॉन्सेज लिख रहे हैं उनसे सभी को बहुत हेल्प मिलेगी. सो हमारा अगला क्वेश्चन है आपके साथ. शास्त्रों में अभी तक हमने जो रीड किया है, ऐसी कौन सी पर्सनालिटीज हैं जो इम्प्रेस हुए हैं कृष्ण की ब्यूटी से, कृष्ण के ऑप्युलेंस से, उन्होंने ब्यूटीफुल प्रेयर्स ऑफर किए हैं. ऐसे कौन सी पर्सनालिटीज हैं? प्लीज उनके नेम्स मेंशन करिए कमेंट्स में. सो यहाँ पर कुब्जा प्रपोज कर रही है, माय डियर हीरो, आई कैनॉट लीव यू इन दिस वे, यू मस्ट कम टू माई प्लेस. तो कुब्जा क्या कर रही है? इन्वाइट कर रही है. और आई एम ऑलरेडी वेरी मच अट्रैक्टेड टू योर ब्यूटी, so I must receive you well, and since you are the best, आप सभी में सर्वश्रेष्ठ हैं, तो please मुझ पर kind, please be kind to me. In plain words, कुब्जा ने प्रपोज किया कि कृष्ण उसके घर पर आए and satisfy her lusty desires, right? All living entities, we are conditioned souls and we have lot of material desires. यहाँ पर कुब्जा अपनी लस्टी डिजायर्स को हाइड नहीं कर रही है, क्लियरली एक्सप्रेस कर रही है. और जिसके कारण कृष्ण थोड़े से एम्बैरस फील कर रहे हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि उनके एल्डर ब्रदर हैं. ये भगवान की लीलाएं हैं. ये भगवान एम्बैरसमेंट फील कर रहे हैं, कृष्ण एम्बैरसमेंट फील कर रहे हैं अपने एल्डर ब्रदर दाऊ के साथ वहाँ पर. और उन्हें पता था कि ये गर्ल तो बहुत ही सिंपल है, लेकिन वो अट्रैक्टेड फील कर रही है, तो उन्होंने जस्ट स्माइल किया एट हर वर्ड्स. एंड देन अपने जो उनके काउहर्ड बॉयफ्रेंड्स थे उनकी तरफ देखते हुए उन्होंने रिप्लाई किया, माय डियर ब्यूटीफुल गर्ल, आई एम वेरी मच प्लीज्ड बाय योर इनविटेशन. आई मस्ट कम टू योर होम आफ्टर फिनिशिंग माय अदर बिजनेस हियर. डियर डिवोटीज, हमने पिछला क्वेश्चन जो आपसे किया था, ऐसे कौन सी पर्सनालिटीज हैं जिन्होंने कृष्ण की ब्यूटी में ब्यूटीफुल प्रेयर्स कंपोज किए हैं? उनके अगर आपको नेम्स याद आते हैं तो मेंशन करें कमेंट में. और दूसरा क्वेश्चन, कृष्ण अपने कौन से दूसरे बिजनेस को यहाँ मेंशन कर रहे हैं? क्या आपको पता है कृष्ण और बलराम किस पर्पस से आए थे वृंदावन और वो किस बिजनेस को रेफर कर रहे हैं? तो इन दो क्वेश्चंस का जरा आंसर सोचिए और कमेंट्स में लिखिए. So such a beautiful girl as you are the only means of solace for persons like us who are away from home and not married. Certainly, a suitable girlfriend like you can give us relief from all kind of mental agitation. तो इस तरह से कृष्ण ने कुब्जा को सेटिस्फाई किया विद हिज स्वीट वर्ड्स और उसे वहाँ छोड़ के फिर आगे वो मार्केट प्लेस की तरफ निकल गए, जहाँ पर मथुरा वासी उनका इंतज़ार कर रहे थे। उन्होंने ढेर सारे प्रिपरेशंस, स्पेशली बेटल नट्स, पुष्प और चंदन का लेप सब रेडी किया हुआ है उनके वेलकम के लिए। एंड दे आर वेटिंग विद डीप फीलिंग्स एंड लॉन्गिंग टू हैव दर्शन ऑफ कृष्णा। हरे कृष्णा। प्रभु जी, टाइम फॉर वन मोर हरे कृष्णा महामंत्र चैंट। डियर डिवोटीज, हम आपके मैसेजेस चेक करने जा रहे हैं। मीनवाइल लेट्स ऑल चैंट टुगेदर। हरे कृष्णा। Krishna. So Varun Prabhuji has responded. What are some of the names of devotees and exalted souls who have written beautiful prayers appreciating beauty of Krishna? Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruv Maharaj, Akrur, yes, and there are many more very, very popular, beautiful names of the devotees. Please think of it and mention. Nidhi Mataji, welcome. And Baisakhi Mataji mentioned gopis. Beautiful, that is so sweet. Hare Krishna. So let's move forward now to the next paragraph where we are. We are almost near middle of the chapter. Hare Krishna.
So now that there are so many citizens, Mathura Vasi, they are ready and prepared various kind of presentations for Lord Shri Krishna, right? So the mercantile man in the market, they worship Krishna and Balaram with great respect. When Krishna was passing through the street, all the women in the surrounding houses came to see him, and some of the younger ones almost fainted, being captivated by his beauty. Their hair and tight clothing loosened, and they forgot where they were standing. So now you can imagine, in the beginning we saw when Lord Krishna and Balaram had entered Mathura city, the ladies and the girls, they were watching from the rooftops. But now market is one place ladies can go to do shopping. And there, they knew that Krishna Balaram along with the cowherd boys will be coming. So they were there to see him, and many of them just fainted. So sometimes it happens when you see so much beauty that you can't even absorb. It completely bewilders you. And that's why Akrur in his prayers in the previous chapter we heard has said that, my dear Lord, what wonderful thing is there. If someone has seen you, then he has seen everything. You are the most wonderful, and that's what is we are seeing, that people are feeling ecstasy. Hare Krishna Devi.
Hare Krishna, dear viewers. I was checking your responses on the comments box. Baisakhi Mataji has mentioned Gajendra, Brahma's famous prayers in Brahma Samhita. Beautiful. Dear viewers, जिन्होंने अभी अभी ज्वाइन किया है, हम पढ़ रहे हैं पास टाइम कृष्णा बुक से। कृष्ण और बलराम आए हैं मथुरा फ्रॉम वृंदावन, और वो कंस का वध करने जा रहे हैं, लेकिन उससे पहले वो मिल रहे हैं बहुत ही स्वीट मथुरा वासियों से जो उनको ऑफरिंग्स दे रहे हैं। और उसके साथ ही हमने आपसे प्रश्न किया है एक छोटा सा, ऐसे कौन से डिवोटीज हैं, कौन सी प्रेयर्स हैं जिनमें भगवान की ब्यूटी और सौंदर्य का वर्णन है। और उसके रेस्पॉन्स कुछ डिवोटीज ने कमेंट्स बॉक्स में दिए हैं। प्लीज रीड देम। सो दीज आर वेरी ब्यूटीफुल प्रेयर्स सम डिवोटीज हैव ऑफर्ड टू द सुप्रीम लॉर्ड। और इसके आगे बैसाखी माता जी शेयर कर रही हैं कृष्णा बुक की लिंक। अगर आपके पास कृष्णा बुक नहीं है, प्लीज रीड फ्रॉम देयर। ऑलराइट, ये जो कार्तिक का मंथ है, इसमें रिकमेंडेशन है दामोदर अष्टकम प्रेयर्स के साथ घी का दिया ऑफर करें रोज, सुबह शाम, नहीं तो एक बार तो जरूर करें, क्योंकि जो कार्तिक के मास का महात्म्य है वो हमारे लिए है, हम कंडीशन सोल्स के लिए है, ताकि हम सब प्यूरिफिकेशन अचीव करके हृदय में श्रद्धा और प्रेम डेवलप करके शुद्ध प्रेम को प्राप्त कर सकें और श्री श्री राधा दामोदर को प्लीज कर सकें। सो डियर डिवोटीज, लेट्स चैंट महामंत्र वन मोर टाइम। This Mahamantra is in the beautiful voice of His Holiness Kadam Kanan Swami Maharaj. Let's all chant together.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, फॉरवर्ड. 50% चैप्टर कंप्लीट हो चुका है. आगे बढ़ते हैं. कृष्ण ने नेक्स्ट इंक्वायर किया मथुरा वासियों से, सिटीजन से, लोकेशन क्या है जहां सैक्रिफाइस हो रहा है, क्योंकि उन्हें सैक्रिफाइस के लिए इनवाइट किया गया है. तो ये सैक्रिफाइस किसने अरेंज किया है? कंस ने अरेंज किया है. और सैक्रिफाइस का नाम क्या है? धनुर्यज्ञ. और उस पर्टिकुलर सैक्रिफाइस के लिए कंस ने क्या किया? एक बहुत बड़ा तीर कमान नियर द प्लेस जहाँ पर ये यज्ञ हो रहा है, सैक्रिफिशियल ऑल्टर. तो जो बो था वो बहुत ही बड़ा था, वंडरफुल था, रेनबो के जैसा था, इंद्रधनुष जैसा, ऐसा बताया गया है उसके वर्णन में. और उसी सैक्रिफिशियल एरेना में ये जो बो है, धनुष, इसको कौन प्रोटेक्ट कर रहे हैं? बहुत सारे वॉचमैन, सिक्योरिटी के लोग, जिनको किसने एंगेज किया है? कंस ने. तो जैसे जैसे कृष्ण और बलराम उस धनुष के पास पहुंच रहे हैं, उनको वार्न किया जा रहा है कि उसके पास ना जाएं, लेकिन कृष्ण तो स्वयं भगवान है. कृष्ण ने इग्नोर कर दिया सारी वार्निंग को. वो वहाँ पर जाते हैं और इमीडिएटली धनुष को अपने लेफ्ट हैंड से उठाते हैं. और उसके बाद जैसे बोलते हैं ना, उसमें बो में स्ट्रिंगिंग करने के बाद सारी जनता के सामने, सारे सिटीजन्स के सामने उन्होंने उसको उठाया और ही ड्रू इट, उसका क्या बोलते हैं, कमान, प्रत्यंचा की, और ब्रोक इट इन द मिडल इनटू 2 पार्ट्स. एग्जैक्टली एग्जाम्पल शिला प्रभुपाद बोलते हैं जैसे कि एक हाथी जो होता है ना, गन्नों के फील्ड में ब्रेक इन कर जाता है, उसको कोई नहीं रोक सकता. तो इस तरह से सभी बहुत अप्रिशिएट कर रहे हैं कृष्ण के पावर को. और उसके बाद इतनी जोर से ध्वनि होती है बो के क्रैक होने की, वो आसमान, जमीन, सब जगह सुनाई देती है. और उसके बाद कंस ने जब ये ध्वनि सुनी तो वो बहुत ही भयभीत हुआ. और उसके बाद जो उस धनुष के जो केयर टेकर्स थे, वो भी वॉच कर रहे थे, वो भी बहुत क्रोधित हुए. और उसके बाद सबने अपने अपने अस्त्र शस्त्र उठाए और वो भागे कृष्ण की तरफ, चीखते हुए, अरेस्ट हिम, पकड़ो इसे, मारो इसे. तो कृष्ण और बलराम हर तरफ से उन्हें घेर लिया गया. और उन्हें जब ये समझ में आया, दे अंडरस्टूड सिनिस्टर मोटिव्स ऑफ गार्ड्स, तो उन्हें भी बहुत क्रोध आया. उन्होंने क्या किया? तो 2 पीसेस उठाए उस धनुष के, और उसके बाद केयर टेकर्स की उससे धुलाई कर दी. दे बीट डाउन ऑल द कंसर्स केयर टेकर्स. और जब ये सब घमासान ड्रामा चल रहा था, तो कंस ने एक छोटा सा ग्रुप भेजा सेना का, जो उनके जो केयर टेकर्स थे, सैनिक थे, उनको असिस्ट करें. लेकिन कृष्ण और बलराम ने उनके साथ भी युद्ध किया और उन्हें मार डाला. तो इस तरह से कंस का टाइम निकट आ रहा है और कृष्ण और बलराम वहाँ पहुँच चुके हैं और वो अपने शौर्य और पराक्रम का डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन दे रहे हैं. आगे पढ़ते हैं. हरे कृष्णा. लेट्स डू मोर श्रवण.
Hare Krishna. Now someone can wonder how could this breaking of bow is making such a tumultuous sound? Because this was not a common bow. This was Lord Shiva's bow. Previously, Lord Shiva, we saw that in Katha, Ramayana, he had given one bow to Janak Maharaj, which Lord Ramchandra, putting the pratyancha, just tying the string on the bow, had caused it to crack from the middle. Here, Lord Krishna, he further pulled the second bow of Lord Shiva, and again, because of the pulling, where he was holding, at that point it broke from the middle again. So here, it was Lord Shiva's bow, and both times it made very strong sound. So when it broke, when we hear in Ramayana, then of course Parshuram, he heard that Lord Shiva's bow has been broken, and he came to the arena, and he saw Lord Ramchandra. And at that time, Lord Ramchandra took care of removing his false figures. Again, he is a Shaktavesh avatar. Here Kamsa, he sent a troop of soldiers, but then they were all killed. So after this, Krishna did not proceed further into the sacrificial arena, but went out the gate and proceeded towards his resting camp. Along the way, he visited various places in Mathura city with great delight. Now you can understand, all the citizens, they have already heard about Lord Krishna when he entered Mathura city, that he had performed so many wonderful deeds. Now they heard that deeds, Lord Krishna in a very single day has performed so many wonderful deeds in Mathura city itself. You know how he killed the washerman, the wicked washerman, how he blessed Kubja, how he blessed the trailer, how he blessed the florist, and now how he broke Bashiva's bow. So seeing the activities and wonderful prowess of Krishna, all the citizens of Mathura began to consider the two brothers to be demigods who had come down to Mathura, and they all looked upon them with great astonishment. The two brothers strolled carefree in the street, not caring for the law and order of Kamsa. And of course, why are they carefree? Because now they know that all these people who are assigned by Kamsa, they would not dare disturb them. So as sunset approached, Krishna, Balaram and their cowherd boyfriends went to the outskirts of the city where all their carts were assembled. Thus Krishna and Balaram gave some preliminary hints of their arrival to Kamsa, and he could understand what severe type of danger was awaiting him the next day in the sacrificial arena. Hare Krishna. Devi, would you like to add?
Prabhuji, this seems like a very wonderful movie. You know, we can visualize it. ये जो युद्ध है, ये जो कंस का अंत आ रहा है और सनसेट जैसे कि आपने बताया, हमेशा कृष्ण और बलराम they are demonstrating the power and the opulence. And then we have alright, so Prabhuji, is this the paragraph?
Yes.
When Krishna and Balaram?
Yes.
Alright. Thank you Baisakhi Mataji for sharing the link. The viewers who are just joining, हम कृष्णा बुक से नरेट कर रहे हैं और आपके रेफरेंस के लिए लिंक शेयर की हुई है. इस वक्त हम 75% चैप्टर नरेशन कंप्लीट कर चुके हैं. प्लीज जॉइन अस. सो व्हेन कृष्ण एंड बलराम हैड बीन गोइंग फ्रॉम वृंदावन टू मथुरा, तो जो वृंदावन वासी थे उन्होंने इमेजिन किया था कि क्या ग्रेट फॉर्चून है मथुरा वासियों का, उन्हें वंडरफुल ब्यूटी निहारने मिलेगी, कृष्ण के दर्शन मिलेंगे, who is worshipped by his pure devotees as well as goddess of fortune. So Brahma Samhita talks about how Krishna is worshipped by goddess of fortune, and the fantasies of residents of Vrindavan were now actually realized. For the citizens of Mathura became fully satisfied by seeing Krishna. So that is why हमारे जो वैष्णवाचार्यस हैं इंक्लूडिंग श्रीला प्रभुपाद अपने कन्वर्सेशंस, अपनी टॉक्स में बहुत फ्रीक्वेंटली मेंशन करते हैं कि परफेक्शन ऑफ आवर लाइफ इज आवर एबिलिटी टू come to that pure devotion stage where we can see Krishna face to face. And how do we do that? When we worship the deity form of Krishna with purity, with love, with devotion, we are able to realize that. So when Krishna returned to his camp, he was taken care of by servants who washed his lotus feet, gave him nice seat, offered him milk and palatable dishes. तो कभी भी जब युद्ध चलता था, शाम के समय युद्ध रुक जाता था, सब अपने अपने कैंप में जाके रेस्ट करते थे. ये भी रेस्ट कर रहे हैं, उन्हें ऑफरिंग्स ऑफर की जा रही हैं. उसके बाद आफ्टर टेकिंग सपर एंड थिंकिंग ऑफ नेक्स्ट डेज प्रोग्राम, Krishna very peacefully took rest. He passed the night there. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So this actually reminds so many memories, and in our Vedic culture there is one important aspect. If you talk about drinking milk after dinner, the Western world goes crazy. They're like, no, it's such a bad thing to do after dinner. Well, yes, the modified milk is bad to drink anytime. But the good milk from the cow and even from the buffalo is very good even after dinner, because at that time it actually nourishes our body. It helps the body to get cleansed. That is a very important thing. And that's why mothers who want their children to become very strong, very stout, very beautiful, especially from the appearance perspective, and have good memory, good intelligence, they like to feed a hot glass of milk, not the cold glass. Remember, cold glass of any liquid is bad. So milk should be offered hot and after dinner, just before the sleep. And here it has been revealed that Lord Krishna, he drank that milk along with the various palatable dishes. Hare Krishna Devi.
And प्रभु जी, आपने जो बात मेंशन की उससे एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज याद आई. Dear devotees, should we go ahead and just eat things we like to eat, just drink the milk so that we can become intelligent, or what should we do first? Please mention in the comments what is the right way to accept anything Krishna has kindly provided in this creation, what should be the right consciousness, how should we daily accept the food items, the things to drink, what should we do first? Please mention in the comments. काफ़ी सारे व्यूअर्स ऑलरेडी प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं भक्ति लाइफ में, व्हाट इज़ द राइट अप्रोच, एंड काफ़ी सारे व्यूअर्स जो फर्स्ट टाइम ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं या जिनके लिए ये नया कंसेप्ट है, ये उनके लिए बहुत ही हेल्पफुल होगा. तो यहाँ आगे नेक्स्ट पैराग्राफ में मेंशन है ऑन द अदर साइड. अब कंस का माइंडसेट बता रहे हैं. कंस जब he came to understand about the breaking of wonderful bow. जब धनुष टूट गया, किलिंग हो गई उसके केयर टेकर्स और सोल्जर्स की, कृष्ण ने उनका वध किया, तो कंस अब विचार कर रहा है, थोड़ा बहुत रियलाइज कर रहा है पावर ऑफ सुप्रीम पर्सनालिटी ऑफ गॉड हेड. वो रियलाइज कर रहा है कि देवकी का जो 8वां पुत्र है वो अपीयर कर गया है और अब कंस की डेथ निश्चित है. और इस तरह से अपनी इमिनेंट डेथ, दैट विच कैनॉट बी स्टॉप, वो बहुत रेस्टलेस हो गया सारी रात. उसे बहुत सारे अशुभ संकेत दिखने लगे, इनऑस्पिशियस विजन्स. He could understand Krishna and Balram who had approached, ये जो precincts, outskirts of city में आ गए हैं, वो केवल उसके लिए यमदूत के समान है, messengers of death. कंस ने देखा बहुत सारे अशुभ संकेत जो उसे मिले, जागते हुए, सोते हुए, स्वप्न में. मिरर में देखा तो उसे अपना सर नजर नहीं आ रहा है, उसे जबकि उसका सर था पर उसको इस तरह से विजन लग रहा है. उसने देखा स्काई में जो ल्यूमिनरीज होती हैं वो डबल दिख रही हैं, ऑल्दो देयर इज़ ओनली वन सेट. और उसके बाद उसे अपने शैडोज़ में ही होल्स दिखने लगे. उसने कहीं से हाई बजिंग साउंड उसे कानों को उसे अजीब सी लगने लगी. उसके बाद उसे जो वृक्ष देखे उसे लगा कि वो गोल्ड के बने हुए हैं. उसे खुद के ही पद चिन्ह नज़र नहीं आ रहे हैं, डस्ट में, मडी क्ले में. स्वप्न में उसे भूत प्रेत का आभास हो रहा है कि जैसे कि वो गधे खींचते हुए जा रहे हैं उनको. और उसके बाद उसने ये स्वप्न देखा कि किसी ने उसे जहर दे दिया, विष दे दिया और वो उसे पी रहा है. कंस को स्वप्न में ये भी दिखा कि जैसे वो निवस्त्र है और उसने एक माला पहनी हुई है, गार्लैंड ऑफ फ्लावर्स, और पूरे शरीर में ऑयल लगा हुआ है. इस तरह से कंस को बहुत ही डरावने और अशुभ संकेत मिल रहे थे, जिसे यहाँ पे बताया गया है साइंस ऑफ डेथ वाइल बोथ अवेक एंड स्लीपिंग. और उसे अब समझ में आ गया कि उसकी मृत्यु निश्चित है, इसलिए वो बहुत ही एंजाइटी में है और वो सो नहीं पा रहा था. उसके बाद जब रात्रि समाप्त हुई तो अगले दिन के रेसलिंग मैच के लिए उसने प्रिपरेशंस किए. हरे कृष्णा डियर डिवोटीज, ये जो नरेशन, ये जो वृतांत है चैप्टर 42 कृष्णा बुक से, ये अब हम कंक्लूजन की तरफ आ रहे हैं. और ये जो बैकग्राउंड में ब्यूटीफुल कीर्तन चल रहा है, इसे लीड कर रहे हैं हिज होलीनेस कदम कानन स्वामी महाराज. सो क्योंकि ये कीर्तन एंड कृष्ण कथा प्रोग्राम है, कृष्ण कथा के श्रवण और कीर्तन से हम बेसिकली प्रेयर्स ऑफर कर रहे हैं. वी आर एंगेजिंग इन हियरिंग एंड चैंटिंग. सो लेट्स जॉइन फॉर द कीर्तन टू. हरे कृष्णा.
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा हरे रामा 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 हरे हरे.
हरे कृष्णा. प्रभु जी, वी हैव फ्यू रिस्पॉन्सेज. हमारा प्रश्न था भगवान को, हमारा क्वेश्चन ये था कि क्या हमें डायरेक्टली एंजॉय करना चाहिए फूड आइटम्स को, या फिर देयर इज अ वे वी शुड फर्स्ट शो अवर ग्रेटिट्यूड टू द सुप्रीम लॉर्ड. और वरुण प्रभु जी का रिस्पॉन्स है, वी फर्स्ट ऑफर टू सुप्रीम लॉर्ड एंड देन व्हाट डू वी डू, then we get the food mercy of the Lord prasadam. Wonderful. Baisakhi Mataji also mentioned we should offer everything, be it food item or any new item we bring, we should always offer to Krishna, then we should accept. हमें सब कुछ offer करना है and we accept as a blessing, especially food items. And then Niru Mataji says we should first offer food to Krishna's bhoga and honor the prasadam. Wonderful. Alright, so then let's see what else response do we have. We have Maha Mantra by dear devotees. Wonderful. Hare Krishna. Alright, so dear devotees, आगे की जो रीडिंग है लास्ट फ्यू पैराग्राफ्स, मीनवाइल आप इस बारे में थोड़ा विचार करिए. Why should we make an offering to the Supreme Lord? Why? Okay? Yes, we should make an offering with love and gratitude. But why should we make? Please write a response to that. Varun Prabhu, Basaki Mataji, and Seema Mataji, and Niru Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yes, it's a very beautiful Kirtan. आपके रेस्पॉन्सेस से बहुत सारे व्यूअर्स को हेल्प मिलेगी. इसका रेस्पॉन्स हमें तो पता ही है, लेकिन आई वॉन्ट यू ऑल टू एंगेज इन दिस ब्यूटिफुल कीर्तन एंड कृष्ण कथा. डियर व्यूअर्स जिन्होंने अभी तक पार्टिसिपेट नहीं किया है, प्लीज डोंट बी शाई, थिंक अबाउट इट. हमें भगवान को ऑफरिंग्स क्यों करनी चाहिए, चाहे फूड आइटम्स है चाहे दूसरे आइटम्स हैं. वॉट आर वी शोइंग टू द सुप्रीम लॉर्ड, वॉट आर वी ऑफरिंग. हरे कृष्णा. प्रभु जी, लेट्स रीड द लास्ट फ्यू पैराग्राफ्स.
Hare Krishna. So now the arrangement for the next day is going on. So the wrestling arena was nicely cleansed and decorated with flags, festoons and flowers. And the match was announced by the beating of Katha drums. The platform appeared very beautiful due to streamers and flags. Different types of galleries were arranged for respectable persons, kings, brahmanas and kshatriyas. The various kings had reserved thrones and others had arranged seats also. Kamsa finally arrived, accompanied by various ministers and secretaries, and he sat on the raised platform specially made for him. Unfortunately, although he was sitting in the center of all these governing executive heads, his heart was palpitating in fear of death. Cruel death evidently does not care even for a person as powerful as Kamsa. When death comes, it does not care for anyone's exalted position. And we know from Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, time I am the devourer of all things. So time is also known as Kal. So those who don't surrender to Lord Krishna, willingly, they have to surrender at the end of their life when Krishna appears in the form of death. So again, this is also another form. And such people, they may not be surrendering to Krishna, but then they are surrendering to Maya, the material energy, because they are engaging, thinking I am this body, engaging in sense gratification, while Maya is already surrendered to Lord Shri Krishna. So that's also very important. Kamsa is fear personified from the perspective that he was always in a fearful state. He was always fearing, so much so that after he heard, from Yog Maya, that Lord Krishna has already taken birth somewhere, the 8th son of Devaki has already taken birth, he would not even turn the lights off at night. He would sleep with all his lights on, and even if there was a small sound, he would, in a fearful state, he would wake up. Hare Krishna. Devi, would you like to add?
Yes, प्रभु जी, बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट आपने एक्चुअली अभी टच किया. ये जो फियर, जो भय होता है ना हमारे हृदय में, इट इज़ बिकॉज ऑफ अवर सिंफुल प्रोक्लिविटीज. कंस जो था बहुत ही सिंफुल था. उसने देवकी के पुत्रों को एक एक करके वध कर दिया, और उसके बाद वो कृष्ण का वेट कर रहा है, कृष्ण का वध करना चाहता है. कृष्ण कौन है? कृष्ण भगवान है. और कंस जो है, he is getting reactions of his sinful actions, इसलिए हृदय में भय है. तो इस भय का सॉल्यूशन क्या है? डियर डिवोटीज, लाइफ में भी बिकॉज ऑफ अवर डिफरेंट मटेरियल कॉन्शियसनेस, वी डू अ लॉट ऑफ सिंफुल एक्टिविटीज, और उसके कारण हम हृदय में भय कैरी करते हैं. और दूसरा पॉइंट यहाँ पर जो है वो ये है कि क्रूअल डेथ किसी के बारे में केयर नहीं करती. तो ये एक्सप्लेन्ड है कि बर्थ, ओल्ड एज, डेथ, डिजीज, these are the miseries which no one can prevent. These will happen, but what we can do, the choice we have is, after death, where are we going? Because soul is eternal, but the body is nashwar. सो हमारा आपसे अगला क्वेश्चन है, हमारे हृदय से हम भय कैसे दूर कर सकते हैं? हृदय में बहुत सारे विकार हैं, अनर्थ हैं, भय भी है, उसको हम कैसे दूर कर सकते हैं? डियर व्यूअर्स, आपसे जो हमने पिछला क्वेश्चन किया था, हमें भगवान को ऑफरिंग क्यों करनी चाहिए, बैसाखी माता जी ने उसका रेस्पॉन्स दिया है। वी शुड ऑफर टू कृष्ण बिकॉज भगवद गीता की जो फेमस वर्स है, पत्रम पुष्पम फलम तोयम। सो वी शुड ऑफर टू सुप्रीम लॉर्ड विद लव एंड डिवोशन। एट द सेम टाइम, अगर हम बिना ऑफर किए ग्रहण कर रहे हैं तो वी आर ईटिंग सिन, और अगर हम सिन ग्रहण करेंगे तो वी विल बी having bhay, we will be having anxiety, we will be having lot of anarthas. Our consciousness will not purify. So we should offer everything to Krishna as gratitude, and as everything comes from him. That's a beautiful response, Baisakhi Mataji. Sadiksha Mataji, ये प्रोग्राम अब एंड होने वाला है, but I'm happy you're here. वरुण प्रभु और नीरू माता जी ने मेरे रेस्पॉन्स लिखे हैं, because Lord Krishna ji, our Supreme Father, first we offer to Lord, and this purifies our mind, body, consciousness, and also purifies, we are purified by offering. Wonderful. Neeru Mataji, all sins reside in food or things as long as they are not offered to the Supreme Lord. इसलिए हम ऑफरिंग करते हैं ताकि भगवान की मर्सी से, ऑफरिंग से इनका प्यूरिफिकेशन हो, so that we ultimately receive Lord's mercy. Wonderful, dear devotees. निधि माता जी का रेस्पॉन्स है, प्रभु जी, should I read? Do we have 5 minutes?
Yes, please go ahead.
Nidhi Mataji, thank you for your response. I didn't know you were on the live. Okay, so we are the eternal servant of Lord Krishna. So whatever we have, we should offer to Supreme Personality of Godhead. जैसे कि food we cook first, offer to Krishna, then we get blessed with the mercy of Krishna. And when we eat blessed food, our senses get purified. और हमारे हृदय के सारे विकार जो हैं वो दूर हो जाते हैं, प्यूरिफाई हो जाते हैं, और उसके बाद हम प्रेयर्स ऑफर करते हैं टू प्लीज मेक मी फ्री फ्रॉम दीज अनर्थास, और इस तरह से वी गेट ब्लेस्ड. वंडरफुल. आई एम सो हैप्पी प्रभु जी, वी आर फीलिंग सो हैप्पी रीडिंग दीज रेस्पॉन्सेज फ्रॉम डियर डिवोटीज. और जिन डिवोटीज ने अभी भी ज्वाइन किया है, स्पेशली इस कार्तिक मंथ में, ये श्रवण और कीर्तन से इसके बहुत ही मेरिट्स हैं जो कि हजार गुना हैं. Even though we may have this knowledge, but it is always good to revisit this knowledge, internalize it, have the reflections, and then with more conviction we can apply it in our life. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So again, Baisakhi Mataji referred, and people may say, where is it given in Bhagavad Gita that if you don't offer something, you are eating sin? Lord Krishna says this, Yagya Shishta Shnah Santo Muchyante Sarvakil Vishay Munjate te togham papa ye pachantatma karanat. So again, those who do not offer me, right, then they are eating pap, they are eating sin, verily sin. So we should be very careful. We have to offer, because we cannot just produce grain on, with our potency. All the facilities have been provided by Lord Shri Krishna. So again, from rain comes the grain, and from grain we sustain ourselves. But all this is also, why the rain is coming, is also because of the sacrifices. And the sacrifice for the current age is Sankirtan Yajna.
Let's all chant together.
Hare Rama,
let's chant the complete Maha Mantra together one more time.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
dear devotees. So हमारा जो लास्ट क्वेश्चन था आप सभी से, हाउ कैन वी रिमूव भय इन आवर हार्ट्स, हाउ कैन वी मैनेज द फियर इन आवर हार्ट्स? एंड वरुण प्रभु जी का रेस्पॉन्स था, बाय कीपिंग अनफ्लिंचिंग फेथ टू लॉर्ड कृष्ण जी, एंड एवरी एक्शन इज डन बाय द प्लेजर ऑफ, every action is done for the pleasure of Lord. We are not the doer, we are the eternal servants of Krishna. So sweet, so beautiful. Dear viewers, जिन्होंने अभी भी ज्वाइन किया है, ये कीर्तन और कृष्ण कथा कार्तिक के माह का स्पेशल प्रोग्राम है. हमने कल इसका पार्ट 1 किया था, कृष्णा एंटरिंग मथुरा. आज उसका सेकेंड पार्ट है और इसके आगे एक थर्ड पार्ट भी होगा नेक्स्ट कीर्तन कृष्ण कथा में. सो जिन्होंने ये मिस किया, आप इसकी रिकॉर्डिंग देख सकते हैं. आप हमें व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं, उसकी लिंक भी शेयर है. गज्जर पंकज जी, हरे कृष्णा. वी हैव बैसाखी माता जी's response. हाउ डू यू मैनेज फियर? डियर व्यूअर्स, अगर आप भी इससे बहुत समय से कंफ्यूज रहे हैं इस थॉट से कि मैं अपने हृदय के फियर को कैसे मैनेज करूं, कैसे मिटिगेट करूं, तो इसका रेस्पॉन्स इन्हीं कृष्णा बुक के टीचिंग्स में है. बैसाखी माता जी, बाय चैंटिंग what happens? All anarthas gradually they are vanquished from the heart. Once all anarthas vanquished, heart goes purified. When we totally surrender at the lotus feet of Thakur, then we become fearless. So dear devotees, devotional service की ये glories हैं. When we engage in devotional service, we feel protection of the Lord. We feel sanat. We don't feel anath. When we feel sanat, there is no fear in the heart. All right. So thank you everyone for your responses. So let's read together the last paragraph of this beautiful Kirtan and Krishna Katha program.
When everything was complete, the wrestlers who were to exhibit their skills before the assembly walked into the arena. So again, when wrestlers walk and the players walk onto the field, what happens? The crowd cheers, right? So that's what is happening, and they were decorated with nice ornaments and dress. Some of the famous wrestlers were Charun, Mushtika, Shal, Hoot and Toshal. And they were also they became slaves of Kamsa. They were actually princes. And prior to being princes in the previous life, they were the sons of Brihaspati's brother. So again, Brihaspati was their Tauji. So we can understand so many personalities being described here. Being enlivened by the musical concert, they passed through the great alacrity. All the respectable cowherd men who came from Vrindavan, headed by Nanda, were also welcomed by Kamsa. After presenting Kamsa with the milk products that they had brought with them, the cowherd men also took their respective seats by the side of the king on a platform specially meant for them. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of the 42nd chapter of Krishna, the breaking of the bow in the sacrificial arena.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you so much for your participation. जिन्होंने इस लाइव प्रोग्राम में अपने कमेंट्स, अपने रिफ्लेक्शंस द्वारा जो पहली बार ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं, उनको इंस्पायर किया, इस लाइव थ्रेड को लाइवली रखा. और जैसे कि ये चैप्टर जिस थॉट पे एंड हो रहा है, दैट कृष्ण जो है कंस के सैक्रिफिशियल बो को उन्होंने ब्रेक कर दिया है, और इसके कारण कंस के हृदय में बहुत भय आ गया है. और कृष्ण बलराम ने उनके सारे जो विकेट सोल्जर्स थे उनका वध करके आगे ये स्टोरी को आगे नया वो दे रहे हैं, इम्पिटस दे रहे हैं. एंड देन द लॉर्ड्स कंक्लूडेड द इवेंटफुल टूर एंड अपने रेसिडेंस पे तो आ गए. लेकिन हमारे लिए मैसेज ये है कि सुप्रीम लॉर्ड कृष्णा, अगर हम चाहते हैं कि हमारे हृदय में पीस हो, हमारे हृदय में भय ना हो, तो वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड सुप्रीम लॉर्ड कृष्ण इज प्रोप्राइटर ऑफ एवरीथिंग. और ये जो पूरा यूनिवर्स है, सब कुछ क्रिएशन हम देखते हैं, ये सब भगवान से एमनेटेड है. इस कार्तिक मंथ के लिए हमें इस तरह से इंस्पिरेशंस के बारे में सोचना है, श्रवण कीर्तन से मैसेज लेना है कि अगर हम अपने अहंकार में, एरोगेंस में, वी होल्ड थिंग्स बैक फॉर आवर सेल्फिश इंटरेस्ट, बिना ऑफरिंग किए. हमने इस बारे में भी डिस्कस किया, क्वेश्चंस पूछे, रेस्पॉन्सेज हैं यहाँ पर कि वी शुड फर्स्ट ऑफर एवरीथिंग सो दैट वी डोंट इंकर सिंस. एंड सो anyway everything is going to leave us and everything will return to him. So but anyone who voluntarily offers things to the Lord, how? With love, with devotion, with gratitude, then what was the stage of Shabari Ram Katha में, but Kubja इधर की जो स्टोरी है, जिसमें आज हमने पास टाइम में कवर किया, तो उनके समान ऑफरिंग्स जब हम करते हैं तो कृष्णा काइंडली एक्सेप्ट्स आवर ऑफरिंग एंड ही ब्लेसेस अस, ही ब्लेसेस द कंडीशन सोल्स वेदर नोबल और विकेड, एंड देन इन ऑफरिंग्स के कारण सभी को रिवॉर्ड मिलता है, बेनेडिक्शन मिलता है ऑफ ग्रेट मटेरियल एंड स्पिरिचुअल वैल्यू. So dear devotees, let us spiritualize our consciousness in this beautiful month of Kartik. Prabhuji, should we conclude the program? You want to add something?
Just wanted to add, today is Bahulashtami, and Bahulashtami is based on the story of a cow. Bahula was a cow in Vrindavan, and it so happened that one day a tiger attacked her, and so the cow said, actually I am coming to get some grass for my calf. I want to just give me permission to feed my calf, and then you can devour me, you can eat me. The tiger thought for a moment. He thought that, oh, this cow, she is not running because of fear. She has accepted that, yes, I am going to eat her. But she is asking for this, request that she wants to take care of calf. And so this is the goodness even in the heart of an animal, of tiger. He says, okay, go, but definitely come back tomorrow. And she promises him, and then she goes back and she tells her calf what had happened, and her master, the Brahman master she was cow of, also reveals that this incident has happened. So she has come and giving the strength. She is saying, my dear son, my dear calf, you have to be strong in your heart. And the calf is saying, no, no, mother, I would rather go instead of you. I love you so much, I can't bear the separation. And Brahman is saying, I have lived a good life, I can go and be the food of the tiger. But Bahula is saying, no, 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 I cannot sacrifice any one of you. I have promised that I will go. So this is where she goes next day to the lion's cave. And, she says that I am here. And lion comes up, but what does he see? He sees that the cow has come. Along with the cow, right behind her is the calf. And the Brahman, and both of them also offer. Now the tiger is thinking, wow, this is awesome. I was looking for just the cow. Now I've got three entities to eat. So while he is thinking in this way, who to choose and who to eat first, at that time, by the mercy of, causeless mercy of Lord Shri Krishna, he appears and says to the tiger that you will have great fortune if you let all of them go. And by this instruction, this tiger is moved, and he lets the Bahula cow as well as the calf and the Brahman go. And of course, he is the recipient of great, boon in regard in this respect. Yet at the same time, Lord Krishna is very much moved by the truthfulness, by the honesty of Bahula cow. So that's why he names that one, the forest, as Bahulavan. And in Bahulavan is where Radha Kund appears. So again, it becomes most glorious because, the most auspicious, the most sacred place, Radha Kund, is in Bahulavan. And that's why Bahulavan is also glorious. So today is Bahulashtami, after the name of the cow. And so much pleased is Lord Krishna that he allows the living entity who is appearing as this Bahula cow to become his wife when he appears in Dwarka Leela. Hare Krishna, Devi.
Hare Krishna. So appearance day of Radha Kund ki Jai and Bahulashtami ki Jai. Nectar of instruction mein Radha Kund ki glories hain. So very briefly I am going to mention that of many objects of favor delight and of all the lovable damsels of Brajbhumi, Srimati Radharani is certainly the most treasured object of Krishna's love. And in every respect her divine kund is considered by great sages as similarly dear to him. ये mentioned है nectar of instruction की verse 11 में. Undoubtedly Radha Kund is rarely attained even by great devotees, therefore it is even more difficult for ordinary devotees to attain. If one simply bathes once within these holy waters, one's pure love of Krishna is fully aroused. अब डिवोटीज व्यूअर से सोच सकते हैं भाई हम तो वृंदावन जा नहीं सकते, मथुरा जा नहीं सकते, तो हम डिप कैसे लें राधा कुंड में, हमें ब्लेसिंग्स कैसे मिलेंगी? तो इसके बारे में भी वैष्णवाचार्य ने एक्सप्लेन किया. इट इज़ द कॉन्शियसनेस विच मैटर्स. हम किस कॉन्शियसनेस से क्या सोच रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं. सो भक्ति लाइफ में अगर हमारी कॉन्शियसनेस है कि आई एम ग्रेटफुल टू श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर, श्री श्री राधा गोविंद, श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन, श्री श्री राधा गोपीनाथ, for everything you have blessed me with, and I offer my respectful and humble obeisances at your lotus feet. I am really grateful for everything you have given me, and I appreciate your consideration that I have an opportunity to practice bhakti and come closer to your lotus feet. That's all is needed. That bhav is needed. Krishna is bhav grahi janata. So dear devotees, please continue to pray, sing, chant, dance, fast, feast in this wonderful month of Kartik. Kartik Maas ki Shubhkamnaएं and blessings. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Srila Bhagavad Pad ki Jai, Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki Jai, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hare